This episode of Hobie is sponsored by Ho Jeff. Save 25% with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books, movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote good
All right
scripts.
here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 512. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Scab Blake, Scab Brian, and Scab Jim.
Man, not Scab Randall, though.
No.
Man, welcome, Doug.
Hey, thanks.
We have a smaller staff tonight.
Yes, Jason had to change the time of the recording.
I had two work things the next two nights, so I'm
Can't they do it without you?
They could.
Your wife would have been here to let them in, right?
I'm not sure, because there's a lot of sports and volleyball going on.
Oh.
So they probably could have come in. I mean, she's fine with them.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I figured if she wasn't going to be here, you won't give us the code to your house.
Well,
Really?
You can't get
All this time you've been doing the podcast, and he's never given it to you?
Why would he do that?
Hey, Doug, they couldn't get past Nate, the security guard.
Good point.
So how is Nate today?
He was nice. He was good. It's good to see him again.
It is good.
It's been
to
a
see
while.
him. Yeah.
He waved me in, said, wrong day, but you're on the list.
He called security. He called his manager, and he's like, "These guys are here for a podcast on a Monday? I don't know about that. Seems a little fishy. Maybe Andrew's starting a podcast from the Cincinnati Comic Expo?
Possibly.
Yeah, he's
When is the Comic Expo?
October 19th through the 21st.
Oh, okay.
My anniversary weekend. Unlike Blake, I'll be there. Not this October, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's get that right.
2024.
Yes, October 19th through the 21st, 2024, at the Sharonville Convention Center. Matthew McConaughey may be there.
He won't be.
Brad Pitt may be there.
He won't be.
Hayden Christensen may be there.
He may be.
Jake Lloyd may be there.
He won't be.
Macaulay Culkin.
He might be.
Okay. David Krumholtz.
He was here this year. Normally they don't come back to back unless they have kids going to UC or something.
That's true. He may just show up.
Oh, he might.
It'll be interesting. But how many people couldn't talk about what they were in? So he'd be one. Why not?
He could.
It's possible.
He could. Stephen Amell may be there.
Probably not, but it's possible.
Yeah. So there you go. Neil McDonough. I'm only saying him because I could say his name correctly after months of not being able to say it. You know how
You had to get it right before you interview him.
Oh my God. I had to I just made sure, like, don't fuck this up when I'm on stage. Do not call him McDonough. McDonough. Wait, now I'm saying it wrong.
Don't,
What is it?
Neil McDonough.
McDonough is his
It's
name.
McDonough.
Okay, right. That's what.
Yeah, sorry.
You're like, don't say McDonough. I think you should say that. That's his name.
McDonough is here. Damn it. Get off the stage.
Okay, before we get into this,
Yes.
I bought some new ice cream to bring.
Oh, let's see this.
As number one fan, I take knowing the podcasters really well, and I know what they like, and I know Jeff's a big fan of this. So I got
Why French ice cream? Is that it? Oh, no.
French's is like the brand or whatnot.
No, it's, oh, God. Van
Oh, Van
Leeuwen's.
Leeuwen's. Yeah.
Sweet potato marshmallow.
I know you're a big fan of sweet potato, aren't you? I hear you talking about it.
You don't hear me saying good things about it. That was somebody else.
The Dip Man really likes sweet potatoes.
Dip Man loves it. Yes.
Yes. This looks like the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life.
But we have to wait till Jim and Brian
I'm going to
Blake
take it
are
back
here
up
to
and
try
put it in
it.
your freezer. Don't let your kids get into it.
2/3.
They won't.
Put it in the tinfoil.
Okay.
Yeah. Per serving, 280 calories per 2/3 of a cup. Okay. Per serving size, 2/3 of a cup. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. 730 for the whole container.
Okay.
We're going to get 5 calories. Because I think we might take a scoop. This looks better than ranch.
It's got to be better than ranch.
I would
right?
think it'd be better than ranch, but you picked like the one flavor that like I can't eat.
I think you can. I think this is going to be the start of something good.
I'll just say the last couple times I attempted to eat sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows in it, my throat wouldn't let me.
Okay, but just think. This makes a good podcast. That's what I'm thinking about.
So here we go. Here's what
You
they say.
suffering
Okay.
is good for the show.
Suffer for my art.
Yeah.
Would you rather have the bologna and marshmallow whipped cream?
Bologna and whipped cream sandwich? Yes.
Okay, so the 2 I got for my personal
Yes.
was carrot cake
That's not bad. Okay.
and cornbread with strawberry jam.
Oh, that sounds good.
That could be like
Could be good. Who knows?
that could
be
just
good.
be like strawberry in the yeah. That doesn't shock me as much.
A cornbread base flavor. I mean, that sounds like something you'll get on Chopped when you know. Oh, you got to make cornbread into a dessert.
We're watching Halloween.
We're making ice cream.
We're watching Halloween baking wars or whatever it is. Bacon
Okay.
show. My daughter really loves the bacon shows.
Oh, those are fun. I watch those.
Oh, yeah. But this week they were
Do
doing.
they make everything with bacon? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
the bacon.
Yes.
Does. Okay.
It's everything bacon. But this week, or well, I guess it was last week's episode, they added. They were making a cake. Like what's the ones with the rolls in the middle? Like you tie it in the rolls and you put like little cinnamon.
Little Debbie Swiss roll.
It's kind of like that, but it's all over.
Yeah, I forgot what
You're off the.
Oh, what happened?
We're off the mic.
Test.
There you go.
Oh no, I might have to switch mics. That was bad.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, nope. I forgot what they were called, but I always just call them Swiss cake rolls. You want me to look them up?
That's okay. But the twist was space dried, like the astronaut food.
Freeze dried.
Freeze dried. Thank you. Spinach, broccoli, and like peas. You had to incorporate that. And I'm like, that sounds awful.
You didn't have to do all three. Just choose one of
You
them.
had to get one. You
Okay.
basically blind grabbed one.
Oh no.
So there you go,
I'm
Doug.
going to put something in your refrigerator. I will be back.
We will eat that next week. That should be a fun one. But yeah, I really.
I think Brian's going to be a big fan of it.
Oh,
That's
I'm sure
my
Brian
guess.
could be good.
Could be good.
Could be good. Do you know what I'm talking about though? Like they have the rolls cake,
They're just called Swiss rolls. Yeah. Okay.
but they make like a lot of them and they try and make a cake. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So-
That's.
yeah.
That, I put rolled cake, and it says, okay, what are they
They
called?
called it something fancy last night.
Oh, it's roulade.
That might be it.
And it says a Swiss roll, jelly roll, roll cake, cream roll, roulade, or Swiss log.
Yeah,
Those are different names for them.
it's kind of like a giant Swiss log. Yeah, but they had to do freeze dried spinach, peas, or broccoli. That sounds awful.
What would you choose if you had to choose one of these?
Price spinach.
Spinach. No question about it for me.
I think it's and what a lot of them did was like, so they had like a flat surface, and then they rolled it. So they basically put it. You make a flat surface of the cake, and then you roll it. So what they did is they put that in the little flat part of the cake, and then put the toppings on top, like the cream in the middle, and that. So
And
I think it hid the spinach enough.
Oh, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
You want like a slight flavor. You're like, ooh, that's something.
Yeah.
But not, ew, that's something.
But I'm really digging that show. I like that show a lot.
We usually binge that like when they're done at the end of the season. They show them all at once for a weekend or something.
I think we were like 6 episodes behind, so now we're slowly catching up. So, can we have a breath of silence? Dick Butkus, age 80. 80 years young, Jeff.
Obviously not.
It's true. It's true. He passed away last week. Chicago Bears linebacker.
Linebacker.
Yes. And I don't have the stat in front of me. The amount of forced fumbles that guy had is impressive.
He's one of the best.
Yep.
And he was great in My Two Dads.
They talked about that. 9.5 years playing.
Who are they?
On the radio they were talking about. Sorry.
Are we they? I mean,
Yes. We are the 9.5 years, had to quit because of a knee injury. But was an actor and in commercials for a lot
Miller Lite.
Yeah, that's right.
tastes great, less filling.
He made a lot of cameos.
He did.
Small Wonder. Webster. I'm sure Cheers was up there. I think he got made fun. He was the parodied in the Chicago guys from Saturday Night Live when they had the 3 Chicago Bears fans.
George Wendt and
Yeah.
Well, they would say his name a lot.
Yeah, and he showed up a lot. Sorry, that was what I should say.
Dick Butkus.
So the Bears won in honor of him last week.
yes.
Last week. Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Oh.
It was the ghost of Dick Butkus. That's why.
Or they're just playing a really horrible team.
The Patriots?
No.
No, they were playing Washington, who was supposed to be better than the Bears.
Everybody was supposed to be better than the Bears.
Exactly, but
Except Carolina. Doug, how's your Patriots doing?
It's been a bad week for my Orioles and my Patriots.
You did jump on the Orioles bandwagon this year. I forgot about that.
No.
You've only been following them for 40 years? 50 years?
Probably, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last time they won was 81?
83.
83. Okay. They're down 2-0.
Yeah. It's not looking good. The young team.
It is young. But can Texas hold on to it? That's the question.
Texas will probably beat them.
Yeah, I hope not, though. I don't want it to be Texas and Houston.
They got like 4 or 5 years before they can't pay these guys. So
It's true. That is true.
I was just looking forward to a Reds Orioles. I guess we'll look for that next year.
next year,
then.
yes.
Okay.
But back to your Patriots.
Yes.
72-3 in 2 games.
Yes.
They lost.
Yes.
Last week was the biggest deficit they lost in the Belichick era.
Yes.
And then this week was the biggest loss at home in the Belichick era.
Yes. Because they have a terrible GM.
That's Belichick, right?
Yes. It is. Yes.
Good news is you have 6 six-round picks this year.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
We only had to trade like a second and a third rounder for them.
The good news is you'll trade 5 of those 6-round picks for a 7th round next year. So you'll be fine.
Yes.
What they have, like you said, they got a terrible GM.
Yes.
It's because he didn't draft Tom Brady again.
Can you do that?
Well, or the next Tom Brady.
Okay. I was on the way in. I was listening to a show and they were talking about, so it was Brady instead of Belichick.
Yep.
Can you ever, except maybe the old Niners, can you ever say it's the coach over the quarterback? Is KC didn't win with Alex Smith, so it's obviously not Andy Reid. He didn't win in Philadelphia. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's always the quarterback.
It's the team, but
right. But the quarterback gets the
Well, like we've talked about before, is Phil Jackson the greatest NBA coach ever?
No.
Because he had probably 4 of the greatest players of all time.
Right. He went to the teams where George Seifert, they used to coach San Francisco, won a Super Bowl, had the best winning percentage, but he had Bill Walsh's players. He had Joe Montana, Steve Young. He went to Carolina, went 1-15.
Yeah.
It's not the coach. It's the players.
They can help,
Yes. Oh, yes.
but because
Mahomes and Brady are better because of the coaches they had.
yes.
But they're the reason.
Yeah.
You can afford to have a crappy GM because you have a quarterback cleaning it up. Now he's got a crappy quarterback with a crappy GM.
Hey, Mac Jones. He has a dad bod already. He looks fine. He's fine.
In the right system, he could be good. Not in this one.
Kind of like sweet potato casserole ice cream.
Could be good.
Could be good.
They were saying San Francisco was really looking for him.
Really?
Yes, and he probably fit in well in that system.
Yeah.
well, apparently anybody would fit well in that system, as they were saying these last couple of years.
Trey Lance didn't.
Good point.
That was the thing. They wanted they were thinking of getting Mac Jones wherever they were picking, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can get Trey Lance, even though that really didn't fit their narrative.
They got Brock Purdy though.
Yes,
And they got Brock
Mr.
Purdy.
Irrelevant.
Not anymore.
No, he's going to make a lot of money.
He
not for a couple years.
Nope, that's true.
He put up a lot of fantasy points this year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Being the 7th round pick, how long? Because I know, like, different, where you are in the draft, there's different rules between.
He's got a 4-year deal,
He's got a 4-year.
so they can't extend it to 5.
Oh, he has no option for a 5th?
No, that's only first round picks.
Gotcha.
That's why Andy Dalton made out, because he was only 4 years because he was a second round pick.
Oh, okay.
I think Purdy's making $900,000 this year and maybe $1 million next year.
Andy Dalton crawled through 500 yards of shit.
But going back to the coach,
man.
the
What
coach,
the fuck?
Shawshank.
Yeah,
The
that
coach-
wasn't Andy Dalton.
going back to the coach quarterback thing.
Yeah.
So, just to prove it, do you think Zach Taylor's that great of a coach, or
No.
is it because he is Joe Burrow?
Because he is Joe Burrow.
Exactly right.
I think he's a good coach. I don't.
Do you?
I think he's decent. I think you have to have the right coach still in that system
Right,
to
right.
help Burrow, like you said. If he went somewhere else, I don't know if he would be as successful. Unless
But it wasn't. Andy Reid didn't win the Super Bowl in Philadelphia, but he did real well. They had great years.
Right.
yes,
And they got to the Super Bowl.
In the NFL, it's all about the Super Bowl. I mean,
It is.
until it's not. That was the knock on Ken Anderson. Oh, he's never won a Super Bowl, won't make the Hall of Fame. And then Dan Fouts goes into the Hall of Fame, who never won a Super Bowl.
7-time champ. No, he wasn't.
No.
He wasn't.
Didn't Dan Fouts' team lose to Ken Anderson's team in the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. That's making sure I remembered that correctly.
So on the positive, though, you feel very good about this season with Belichick.
I think he's going to take possibly the number 1 pick, and like you said, turn it into countless 5th, 6th, and 7th round picks.
Okay, good. For another team, because he may not be here next year.
He won't go anywhere else. I think the Josh McDaniel hiring in Las Vegas proved he's not the heir apparent to New England, and this year is proving Bill Belichick isn't going anywhere else.
Unless he
Well,
doesn't.
he's not going anywhere else, but that doesn't mean he's
Retirement.
staying there.
Right, correct.
Well, I mean, the question is Kraft giving Belichick whatever Belichick wants, or if Kraft gets sick of him, will he get rid of him?
massages. He's giving him massages.
I think you will.
Well,
Firing.
Oh, okay. So he might not be anywhere next year.
Correct.
Okay.
He would be a great in-studio host.
He would be great at interviewing people.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Patriot Talk.
Have him on the podcast.
Probably would.
Yeah.
Probably would. He just broke up with his longtime girlfriend.
Yeah.
It's a rough life for him.
Women, he's on the market.
Oh, if you like cut-off hoodies, he's the man. Whew,
Okay,
I like-
but you have to give him credit for that. Because
yeah.
he's sticking it to the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I would like to see him on Bumble. I like to see what his profile is on Bumble. Do you think he'll be on there? NFL coach, 72, likes long walks on the beach, loves Tom Brady, loves quarterbacks
no, he
from Michigan.
doesn't.
Well, that's true. Likes boating. I know he likes boating. Call me. Does he even have a phone? Fax me.
It's not even an app.
He just has posters throughout Boston hanging up.
He has a P.O. box number.
Find me on Love Connection, the game show.
Be back in 2.2.
2 and 2. Bill, they haven't made that show in ages. I'm still on. He has the VHS tape that they always show. Good old Bill. So there you go. We had a poll of the week this week. What is your favorite time-traveling horror film? To which one of our listeners, Corey, said, I didn't even know that was a category. It is. It is. It's been more prevalent lately. We have...
I've only heard of one of these.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never seen any of them. I've heard of one.
So we've had Time Crimes, which got really good reviews. Happy Death Day, which is a really good show, a good film, and the sequel is good too. Have you heard of that one, Jeff?
That's the one I heard
That's
of.
the only one I've heard of.
Totally Killer just came out on Amazon this week. Amazon Prime. I watched it this week. I'll tell you that. And The Final Girls, which is directed by the Totally Killer guy. Woman, actually. So, those are your 4. In last place, Time Crimes at 8%. The Final Girls at 15%. And winning 54% to 23%, which is not a bad showing for this one. Happy Death Day beat Totally Killer.
Yeah, the one people heard of won.
Yeah. Totally Killer's getting some good reviews. Watched it this weekend. 16-year-old goes back in time because her mom was part of a group of 16-year-olds in 1987 that get killed, stabbed 16 times by a killer. And it's Julie Bowen is the mom. She survived it. Spoilers in the first 5 minutes.
Wait, didn't you just say she got killed?
She does. She gets killed in the present day.
Oh.
He comes back, and they all got killed on Halloween. So she gets the killer's chasing the daughter now, and she goes to a carnival, and her friend was actually building a time machine for a science fair because she's a genius. So you take that part; it's just silly. And they put the knife in. She goes back to 1987 and has to try to stop the killer. The funny thing is, though, she doesn't stop a lot of the killings, and they just go in different order. So it's a very funny show. It is. It's a good show. It doesn't lean completely into the 1980s as fan service, or what do you call it, Jeff?
Member berries?
Yeah, something like that. They do a good job with it, though. So I would totally recommend it. Get it totally on Amazon Prime.
I don't get it.
Oh, sorry. But it's a fun show. Really enjoyed it. So if you're looking for a new one, there you go.
Now, is this a movie?
Yes, it's a movie.
You keep saying show
Sorry.
it's multiple episodes.
Everything's a show to me. I think it's 87 minutes, which just but it was good.
87. Is that before
I'm not sure.
the credits?
I'm not sure. But I would highly recommend it. And it's good too because they do how you go time travel. The one cop's she's trying to convince them she's from the future, and he's like, time travel never works. It never works in movies. And she's like, have you seen Back to the Future? He's like, actually, I haven't yet. I really want to see it. And she's like, okay. And then she leaves, and he's like, time travel never works in movies. It gets too sloppy. But instead of branching off, it basically does the Mandela effect that they've heard, so in the future, just small little things changes because of her doing it. So it's not as messy. Or like a plate of spaghetti in DC that they explain time travel is in the movie The Flash.
Oh, wow.
Did you see the first season or the second season of Loki?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
Time travel is interesting in that too.
Well, there's only one episode out, right?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I'm like, have I seen the second season? No, I saw the first episode of the second season.
How was it?
I thought it was really good.
It was good.
Okay.
But after Secret Wars, I mean, the bar is kind of low.
Secret Invasion.
Or Secret Invasion, yes.
I finished Secret Invasion. It was fun.
It was fine.
It was that's about all you can say about it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I
think I wanted more.
I liked the idea that, okay, we're going to assassinate all these Skrulls now, but then, typical real life, humans start interfering and going, oh, you're a Skrull, and shooting them, and they're really not Skrulls. Mm-hmm. I could see that happening. I enjoyed it enough. I had no issue with it.
I thought it wrapped up way too quick. I mean, you have this big overarching story, and it's, boom, done.
Do you think that they had more episodes written, and they're like, oh, our shows are not doing well, Echo's coming out eventually? Maybe.
Eventually.
Is it?
Yeah, we're not sure if that's coming.
Maybe. Kingpin's in it, Vincent D'Onofrio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one thing they got, the hype they've got going is all the Vincent D'Onofrio things.
Because they were going to release it all at one time, and I don't think they are.
Well, I think that's back
because they went
not
from
having a release date. Yeah. Was it the
February? I think now they said
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah,
I think that's another. I mean, it's now got a new name.
It's
like its third name.
Yeah.
I think they're taking characters that don't need a show and they're putting them in a show. And
I think you could put Agatha in a different show and have been fine as a supporting character.
Yes.
I don't think.
Yeah, Agatha is a great supporting character. You're right.
Yeah,
and if they have an idea for, it's just like a mini series, so it might be good. But I'm actually looking forward to it because I think Catherine Hahn is great.
Oh, I agree.
But I don't know if there's a story there I guess we'll find
Is
out.
it Mephisto? Is he going to be in it?
Yes.
I've heard he's in it.
He's in every episode.
He's an Echo. He's an Echo. It would
That would be the best place to bring him in.
It would be awesome if he was an Echo and then they never release it. Just fuck it. We're not done. We're done with it. What? I did watch Ahsoka. I always fuck it up. Ahsoka. We're up to episode 6. Mm-hmm. I'm really enjoying it. I have no issue with it, except Hera looks like cosplay. I keep saying it. I can't get over Hera.
I just want to know how tough it is to put her little hat on.
You would think it would be tough, right?
That's just, yeah.
Do you think she has snaps?
And why do we need goggles?
I don't know. We saw the episode. We just watched the episode with Anakin and Ahsoka fighting. I thought that was really fun. I thought that was a.
See, I didn't see Rebels, so it's a live action Rebels show, is what it is. So
yes,
I kind of know some of it, but like my wife was watching it with me, and she has no clue. All she kept saying is, "Why do we keep caring about this Ezra guy? I don't care about this Ezra guy. Quit talking about Ezra."
Oh, Ezra's in it.
Never mind.
Maybe
they talk about him. Let's just say that.
I was really disappointed. I was waiting for Admiral Thrawn to show up a lot sooner than that. Mm-hmm. We're just starting episode 6, and I'm like,
oh, so Admiral Thrawn's in it?
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Have you watched it?
I started to watch the first episode, and something happened that I had to turn it off and never got back to it.
It's enjoyable.
Did you watch Rebels?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not see any Rebels.
I watched the last episode just to kind of, and I'd seen a little bit here and there, but I knew who these people were. But yeah,
space whales.
And I saw the.
I got really tired of the space whales.
Oh my god!
I saw the Clone Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
It wasn't good, but I didn't see the TV show.
Now I want to go back and see Clone Wars, the TV series. I'm going to start watching.
Did you tell the Star Wars panel that at the expo that you did not like the movie?
Did I tell them
yes.
that? No.
Okay.
He didn't moderate, so he was okay.
Okay.
But he turned off the video.
We didn't have 2 moderators for that panel?
No, we did not.
Oh, okay.
No, we did not. Just more up there.
Okay.
No, it was Ahsoka. I really enjoy it. Hera looks weird. I can't get over her. But overall, I've really enjoyed the series. Like, it's better than Boba Fett. It's better than Obi-Wan.
Well, the short Troops was better than Boba Fett.
That's true.
What's the short troops?
The short film Troops, where it's the stormtrooper, a cop's version of with stormtroopers.
Oh, it was one of the first big fan films that came out.
Gotcha.
It was better. It's better than Obi-Wan. It might be better than Mandalorian season 3. I've liked the season 3 dragged for me until the very last 4 episodes.
They're all kind of merging together. But
I've really enjoyed it. I like the character. My daughter really likes the series too. But yeah, I really like that one. And they were like, "Oh, it should have been a movie." Somebody wrote, "This shows that it should have been a movie." I was like, they had a lot of stuff to cover in that, and people want a Rebels live action show. So if you do watch Rebels,
they do. I don't know what the internet does.
Internet complaints.
The internet both wants and doesn't want everything all at once.
The same people on both sides. Jeff, if you do watch Rebels, the cartoon, animated series, sorry, I would say the first season is the first 10 episodes of the first season or whatever is a little rough, and then it gets a lot better. They start fleshing out the character, so it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Good news is it's like a half hour each episode, so season 2 it really hits its stride. So I did like that. Spoilers here. Hera's son is Kanan is the father.
Who's Kanan?
He's the guy.
He's a blind Jedi. Not from Rogue One. Not that blind Jedi.
He wasn't blind originally.
I know.
But he was the captain of the ship, and he was a Jedi. So he was one of the hidden Jedis in the series. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's a little thing. But
see, I didn't know he was the son of. I mean, I didn't realize that. So I thought that Jason was. I believe that was one of the twins of Han and Leia's kids from the books that are no longer,
canon.
Canon, yes.
Just Kylo Ren.
But they're using a lot of it.
Just Kylo Ren.
Okay, let me ask you this: the blonde bad guy Jedi girl.
Yes.
What do you think of her?
Yeah.
Okay, everything I see on online, it's she's great. She's going to do this and this. She's kind of
she's fine.
Blah. It's just, okay, whatever.
She has some cool moves, but like her master, the Sith guy, he's awesome.
Yes, he is.
Compared to Captain Phasma, where would you put her?
Hey Jeff, let me tell you about this Captain Phasma we're going to make.
Everyone was expecting it to be great.
Okay, Disney. Here we go. Force Awakens.
All right,
we got Kylo Ren. Yeah, you got the guy. We got this big, tall, snooky guy. And then we got this Captain Phasma. And you may think that's a stupid name. Well, yeah, but she's a badass. She has silver stormtrooper. She has a cape. A cape.
Ooh.
And she's going to be in charge of the stormtroopers. And Finn and her are going to have this long rivalry. Now, do you think we should do that for 3 movies? We should, right?
No, let's just have it for 3 minutes in each movie.
No. We need to expand their story.
No, 3 minutes. She gets 3 minutes each movie.
What happens if she dies in the first one? Nobody would expect that.
Well, she doesn't die in the first one.
Doesn't she?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, was it really?
She's in the third one.
Is she?
Yes. Remember when, like, the... that was the second one. I'm sorry. It was the second one. She was in the second one. She might not have been in the third one. I forget what happened in the third one.
So this is going to be a very memorable character.
But she was in the second one. Because
Yes.
she was when they flew the ship through light speed and whatever. She was about ready to behead Finn and Rose then.
So back to this pitch. She's going to be very memorable.
She's not going to do anything. She's going to like argue and sound intimidating.
She's
and
going to
then
put the
be
shield
very
down.
unimpressive.
She'll put the shield down.
Oh yeah. She'll be she's going to be such a zealot that she's going to go ahead and let the rebels.
To be fair, she did have a gun to her head.
If you care that much, you would get shot. you would take death.
Best part is everyone's going to love her because we're just going to show her in the trailers.
She'll look cool for the trailers.
Yes.
And then we'll make a bunch of figures, and by the time the movie comes out, we'll sell all the figures before people realize it wasn't worth it.
Worked for Jar Jar.
10 facts you may not know about Captain Phasma.
Oh, 10 of them.
I'm not going to go through
Are there
10.
10 facts about Captain Phasma, let alone ones I don't
9
know
of them
about?
you have to read the comic book.
Well, I guess the novel.
Oh, fuck.
Ready? The novel implies that she is asexual. Here's
Thanks.
that's why there's those scenes of her dating on the Death Star.
So she was not on Bumble, is what you're saying.
Fucking A. Where does that come up in a novel about Star Wars?
They can find a way to put that in there.
That's the dumbest shit.
One character describes her as deadly attractive.
But she's asexual, so it doesn't matter.
Another clan member who knows her notes that they have never known Phasma to partner up with a man or a woman, or even show interest in such things. She's more focused on her ambitions for power.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes.
You're a rebel. I'm a rebel.
I'm a loner, Dottie.
Yes, right.
A rebel.
Sitting around this campfire on Hoth, we're going to attack that other planet, with that big weapon in it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you know that Captain Phasma lady?
She's hot.
I've never seen her date anybody, have you?
I never thought of it before because I'm just too busy wanking to her.
I guess that'd be better for stormtroopers, not rebels. Hey, Jeff, the stormtrooper.
Oh, what? Jason the stormtrooper?
You know that Captain Phasma? She was yelling at us.
Yeah, I heard, no one likes her because she's mean.
I heard she doesn't like anybody, like man or woman or alien.
Or beast.
Okay, you know what I've heard?
What?
I've also heard her armor is made out of a yacht owned by the Palpatine.
Wow.
That's why the back of her thing says in case of emergency inflate.
That's why it says SS Palpy on it.
It's not really really a cape. It's a flotation device.
You pull the ripcord and just in case I fall into water in space.
Well, they do have space whales up there.
In case we hit a space whale, I got a flotation device built into my armor.
What else, Doug, about Captain Phasma?
She conspired with Hux to murder his father. Let's see, anything else?
To murder Hux's father?
Apparently so.
Well, Hux's father was a bastard.
So she did work with somebody.
But not sexually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so she.
I
Yeah,
really would like to see Palpatine's Bumble
she is highly intelligent too. Apparently,
that she fell into a pit of fire.
Apparently, we didn't know that about her.
and she had a rival named Cardinal.
Like a bird?
No, like the.
Can somebody get the fucking bird out of the Death Star? It is annoying me. It just keeps flying around.
It's Cardinal Richelieu.
The priest?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
From what do you call Three Musketeers? The bad guy from the Three Musketeers. Yes.
There you go.
Star Wars did take place a long time
It
ago,
did.
so
It
probably
did.
around Three Musketeer time, I would guess.
I'm really excited about the Captain Phasma talk. It's better than Patriot talk, I guess.
We're just going to jump from one terrible subject matter to another terrible subject
Episode
matter.
990, nothing but Phasma talk.
Got it. Change approved.
989 will be Auto Man. 990, Captain Phasma.
You know, for our last episodes, we're really going to phone it in.
What are you saying those are your last ones for?
Well, maybe 1,000. Maybe 1,012. Maybe 1,100. Kind of depends when Jeff dies.
Maybe 513.
Yeah. It might be.
I don't think I'll make it to 989.
You don't think?
I don't think.
You don't think you got another 5 years in you? 7
He'll be
years?
alive. He's just not going to make it here to record it.
Oh, no, he's making it here. He's making it here.
I did not agree to an all Auto Man episode.
How about all Captain Phasma?
Now that I can work with.
You know, she's never dated
How many more
anybody.
movies is she going to be in? So there's going to be a lot.
You know what we
a
should
lot
do?
to
I mean, if it was Manimal instead of Auto Man, I might be able to add something to that.
Visually in my mind, I'm picturing her in the Love Connection in the VHS tape, like in the three squares, Captain Phasma on top. Hux is in the middle.
So, Bachelorette number 2, what type of date do you see us going on? I don't date.
Why did you submit a VHS tape? Palpatine told me I had to. He said I was lonely. You know, Palpatine may kill a lot of people, but he really cares about his employees at the end of the day. We have a good 401k. As long as we don't die.
So, who gets your 401k if you die?
Palpatine.
It doesn't go to your heirs. Palpatine is your heirs.
Do you know how big the universe is, the galaxy is? We can't go searching for people, okay? Of course, somehow, like in every one of these Star Wars shows, they can go to a planet and find these people in a mass of 5 billion
It's
people.
because they travel like faster than light.
Oh, okay. Hey, we just landed on this planet. Hey, there's George. Come on over, George. Okay, there's your Star Wars talk. So, go see Ahsoka.
Too bad Brian wasn't here for it.
I know. He would really enjoy that. Anything else we got? Jeff, did you watch anything?
Gen V.
Oh, I saw the first episode and a half.
2 episodes. So
Okay.
So
Have you seen Gen V?
No. What is it?
The Boys spinoff.
spin-off
Okay,
of The
I
Boys.
haven't seen The Boys. I saw the first season of The Boys, and that was about it.
I think I'm liking this better than The Boys.
I do too.
Do you have to see The Boys to watch it?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
It helps to know the general feel of the
Okay, yes.
atmosphere.
Yeah, I
and
saw
whatnot.
a season, so yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Then
So yeah, okay.
There's a couple reoccurring characters from the... But it's nothing... They tell you who they are. I agree, Jeff. I really am enjoying Gen V. I feel like The Boys have kind of... The last season kind of was like, eh.
yeah, it's they just keep trying to one up what they've already
Yeah.
done.
How does it connect to The Boys?
It's a college for superheroes, and you have to be selected to go there, and they have 2 different like schools at the college. They have superhero school, that you become a superhero and you get drafted by a city to be their superhero, or you go to Hollywood and basically
be an actor or a
superhero
media personality.
Didn't they already make this? Wasn't it called Sky High?
Sky High was much grittier.
Okay.
Much grittier.
I mean, there it was superhero sidekick. That was the two. But okay,
this is
similar. Okay.
It is.
The whole thing is, within the world, the visual is more important than the actual reality, and they're teaching you. You learn at school, how to make your media presence better or whatnot. It's not teaching you to be a good person. It's teaching you how to manipulate the media to...
That's a weird power she has.
Yeah.
She cuts her hand and she can control the blood out of it, which is very interesting. Clancy C. Brown, is that his name?
Clanky?
Yes. He's the head of the school in that, or one of them.
He's the head of the superhero program.
Yes, sorry. And he's like, come on. He's like, no city's going to want you. He's like, you're not very marketable. No, Midtown, or what is it? Iowa is not going to want, Middle America is not going to want somebody that can control their blood as their superhero. There were some surprises in the first episode.
Yep.
Really enjoyed it. Golden Boy is funny. He has some issues. But I do like his girlfriend. With her power of persuasion.
Yeah, you mean she touches you and you do whatever she wants you to do?
Why don't you go to Dick's Sporting Goods, get a baseball bat, and stay in the middle of the squad, and every hour, I want you to hit yourself in the balls.
While yelling Jumanji.
Yes, right. Do you think you would enjoy that? I definitely think I would. And then he just runs off.
Okay, I'm just looking at the cast here.
Yeah.
I see Jensen Ackles is in it.
We haven't seen him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to be reprising his role as
Ben.
Ben?
That's what it says here.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but it has Jason Ritter is in it.
Okay.
And it says he's playing Jason Ritter.
Nice.
So he's going to be walking the red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Does Jason Ritter walk the red carpet?
Well, why not? If someone invites him to.
Is he a superhero? I mean, is he...
I don't know.
He might just be a famous person.
Is this like biographical?
Maybe. It was kind of humorous because I completely forgot that the drug V is available for everybody. Basically, if you pay for it to make your kid a superhero. And when they said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. It did get out. Like, they did start selling it to people.
Well, but it's not available anymore, isn't it? Didn't they shut that down? But these are the people who got it when they were children or whatnot.
Maybe that's it. I just forgot that it was available at a certain point.
I thought that was part of the whole thing that they were trying to do is shut down the
Maybe
V trade.
That was it. But yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, because I like the one I don't know if it might just be later in the second episode, but the dean of the school made a comment about, I don't know, I'm trying to remember exactly how this went, but about how when everybody found out that they weren't gifted from God, but their parents shot them up with drugs.
Yes,
I was able to, there weren't any suicides under my watch when that happened.
Yes. Yeah, the one scene, we're not going to spoil it, the one scene with her roommate and her friend that she hooks up with.
Yep.
Very interesting scene.
Yep.
Is the whole series out at once, or is it?
I think there's 4 episodes out right now.
3 or 4, yeah.
Okay.
It's every Friday, I think?
That could be.
I think it's every Friday.
I think over the weekend there were 4 episodes out. So
The Boys was good, but the last season was kind of nothing great.
It was hit or miss. I think they spent too much time trying to outdo themselves to put forth the best possible story.
Another show that came out that was about a university, just as gritty. Tiny Toons University is out.
Oh, is it?
On
They're
HBO
in college
Max.
now.
Yes. Wow. So yeah. They kind of pick and choose what they...
So they're young adults now, huh?
Yeah, they kind of pick and choose, like, he never met Plucky Duck before, so that was kind of interesting.
They were best friends growing up.
Yeah. Plucky Duck is more of a Daffy Duck. like definitely like a frenemy of his now. They always were a little bit, but now they're a little bit more. But yeah, it's enjoyable enough. I watched it. To which my wife goes, "Are you literally watching this show?" Like, and I was like, "Don't you remember?" She's like, "Yes, I was 12." I was like, "But it's a new one."
But now these same characters are adults, so
Yes.
You're an adult. Watch it.
I'm 3 episodes into it. It's fine. It's enjoyable.
Do you have to watch the original series to pick up this?
Oh yeah, it connects. It connects. There's a lot of suicide in it for college. Sorry, Buster.
They're tiny.
They're tiny.
Toony.
They're
all a little loony.
They have
and
that
in
theme.
this cartoony, we're invading your TV.
Hey.
With comic dispensers, we crack up all the sensors on Tiny Toon Adventures. Get a dose of comedy.
Hey.
At Acme University. I dropped it.
Acme University in this one.
Oh, they're not even at the Luniversity?
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Anything else before we go on?
I think we can go on.
Okay. Doug, why don't you do listener feedback?
Sure.
Especially because it starts with this one guy.
Listener feedback.
There you go.
Sponsored by Hello Jeff.
Hey.
Yay.
What's in your Hello Jeff box?
Apparently, we have sweet potato ice cream.
Ooh, could be good.
Could be good. Cornbread ice cream.
Oh, okay. Corey's Pickles. Corey's Pickles are in there.
We haven't secured a Corey's Pickle deal yet.
If you're interested in buying some of the best damn pickles you've ever seen for $6 a jar, let us know at Bad Ideas Podcast. What we got, Doug?
You thanked everyone at the expo last year. This is from Doug. Sorry.
Number one fan.
Ape hands.
Can't give yourself a nickname.
Beaver hands.
Yep. Sunny D.
The delivery man.
Postman.
Dad.
Yep.
You thanked everyone at the expo last week, except for Mrs. Beaver Hands. You know, she was right there outside your main office there.
She ran.
Directing
She
traffic.
did the worst job.
Directing traffic.
I apologize.
She went and got you pizza on
Yes.
And that was
on
good pizza,
Sunday.
I only had one slice.
Well, there was a lot left over.
I know. Everyone took it from me. Jeff had like 6 slices.
too. I had 2.
So I think in the immortal words of Gregory Helms, what's up with that?
I apologize, Mrs. Beaver Hands.
You realize she's a nurse too.
Terrible.
You know that?
She is
Terrible.
tied for the best nurse in Cincinnati, along with Dr. Dana.
How many times do you call her when your kids are sick? Just curious.
Kids were sick. What?
Jason's kids are never
No,
sick.
no.
Mrs. Beaver Hands, I sincerely apologize. I would like to personally reach out and say I'm sorry. As soon as your husband made me aware of this, I realized that I was a dumbass, and I do apologize.
I was just funny because you were thanking everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. You were going down thanking everybody who was there except one person. Just odd. Just odd.
I think he was purposely singling her out.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Because of that.
Is there anybody else? Nobody else we forgot to thank?
Because of that.
Nobody I want to say on the air right now.
Because of that, Mrs. Beaver Hands, go get another horse. It's on Doug. Go get another horse. I apologize.
Does she listen? Is she even going to
No,
hear
she
that?
doesn't listen to this.
But she better listen to that.
But I told her, I said, I told my daughter, I'm like, hey, you got thanked on the podcast. She gets a kick out of that. I said, you know who wasn't thanked? And she's like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Your daughter said that?
No.
Mom wasn't thanked? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Get my uncle on the phone. I did get a text message from her.
I know what I told her.
I had a lot going on, okay? I apologize.
Okay, from Michael Bagford.
You know why? Because she didn't cause any trouble. She was just easygoing. She did a great
So
job.
you're saying next year she should cause trouble?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, she handled everything. Jason didn't hear a single complaint about
I
her.
didn't. I didn't.
The one guy kept giving her a thumbs up because she kept kicking people out of going down the do not enter hallway.
She did do a good job. Anyways, moving on.
If Disney World was an actual city, which part do you think would have the highest crime rate?
Now, are we going specifically Disney World,
Yes.
or can we do Walt Disney.
Disney World.
No.
What is Disney World?
Walt Disney World in Florida, Orlando.
The 4 parks.
Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Animal Kingdom.
Uh-huh.
Epcot.
Uh-huh.
Hollywood Studios.
Yes. Okay.
Epcot. Epcot would have the highest crime rate.
Why?
Because of all the alcohol they serve there.
Oh, okay.
That's where people get drunk.
People drink around the world.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see that.
I heard they got rid of the unofficial mascot of drinking around the world.
The trash can.
The trash bin outside the British pub.
Yeah, because people kept going to it and getting pictures taken with it. Bindi, wasn't it? Or Benny?
Benny, I think.
Yes.
They were.
And they got rid of it. And now people are upset.
Apparently they just moved it because everybody was blocking traffic when they were stopping to get pictures, and it was screwing up the flow of foot traffic.
There is a subset of fans that take pictures of garbage cans.
Did you know that people online got mad about it?
I did know that.
Rare. You don't see that often.
Oh, give me any topic, and I bet someone online got mad about it.
You know, Captain Phasma is asexual. Why they gotta do that? I don't know. They just did. Who the fuck cares? Are you dating her? No. You trying to? No. Moving on.
See, I'm going with Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that's.
I just think it's there's a lot of nooks and crannies where you can hide out in, and I think that's the seedy part of the Magic
People
Kingdom.
Mover could be the transporting illegal items.
Oh, bite your tongue! Don't ever.
I do like people.
Don't ever badmouth the People Mover.
The People Mover is good.
Well loved.
My youngest and I went on that twice because he loved it so much.
Is this a moving sidewalk or something?
No. You get in this little 1965 cart. It's a big thing, and you go on a track, and you go past Space Mountain, like inside. They kind of give you like the old school future of the world, like the Tomorrowland. You see like robots and then advertisements for the future. It's really neat though. Like you go into a dark area, like into a tunnel. It's all stars and that. But yeah, it's really cool.
Is this like a ride that takes you around to different parts of the park?
Yeah.
Not just Tomorrowland. All through Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Tomorrowland.
And, what kind of engine's in that vehicle?
It's a V6.
No.
What is it?
There's none.
Really?
It's all magnets in the track.
Really?
Yes, that's how it moves.
Oh, look at that.
So is this like you start and finish at the same place, or you?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's just the.
I'm sorry, that's a
pretty
terrible
long
name.
ride,
It's called the People Mover.
Yes. It's a long ride.
But something like that makes me think like it's going to take me to the other side of the park, and then I can enjoy the
jump
trip.
out. It's just probably not safe.
But I mean, it's like, oh yeah, it moves me to exactly where I started. Where the fuck is the fun in that?
Just gets out on the internet. There's going to be a lot of bad mouthing of Jeff. People
be
love
mad
this.
at me. That's a terrible, terrible name for what it does.
Does it move people? Yes, it moves you around.
It moves you back to where you started.
But you're moving.
I can move. Look, I'm moving.
You're a people mover. My youngest did not want to do Space Mountain, and I'll be honest, Space Mountain did not look that great.
Depending on how old you are, and I haven't ridden it since they've redone it, but
they've redone it.
Yes, it's you come out really sore.
Yeah, that's what my wife said.
No.
She remembered riding it a lot when she was young, and that was her favorite ride. And then she took the other two on it, and they're like, it's fine. Like,
yeah.
And Tomorrowland is sad because it just looks old. It looks beaten down.
Well, you can't do a Tomorrowland because it eventually catches up.
Yeah, aren't we already past where Tomorrowland was supposed to take place?
But it just looks old. Like the equipment looks old. Like it just doesn't look.
The seedy part of Magic Kingdom.
It does look like the seedy part. So
remember when we hit 1999 and the Prince song then all of a sudden became The Past?
We did. What else you got to?
From Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
He was thanked last week.
Last week.
And he did a good job. It was good to see him. It was good, nice working with him.
It is. Beaver Hands, though. Mrs. Beaver Hands did a great job.
I'm really excited about Exorcist the Musical. Jeff and Jason, can you give us ideas for other horror movie musicals and sing a few songs from them?
What do you think?
We definitely need a Friday the 13th musical.
Okay.
Got to be the Machete song, you know.
I just needed a machete.
He wants his machete back. He wants his machete back.
I can't find it. Where could it be? I don't know.
Let's hide his machete so he can't kill us.
Where is it? Where is it? Is it there?
I think it's becoming the Gummy Bears song.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's the Gummy Bears.
Okay, let's try a different one. Let's see.
Jason can do one song, and it's always the Gummy Bears.
And it's all, where is it? Where could it be? I don't know. How about you?
You just said you want to have a machete. Okay. Let's think about this. Freddy Krueger.
A Nightmare on Elm Street musical.
Oh, there we go. I'm just misunderstood pedophile who got burned. Why doesn't anyone love me? I don't know. They gave me claws for a hand. Well, don't look at me. I'm ugly. The Phantom of the Opera has nothing on me. Oh, why won't they love me?
See how he rhymed me with me.
Oh,
that's he's Wayne Brady from, Whose Line Is It?
That's true.
You just give him a subject and boom, there he goes.
So there you go, Friday the 13th one.
I mean, he's almost as good as Kid Rock as rhyming.
He's actually doing the music for Friday the 13th.
Oh, Kid Rock doing
Freddy is here, yeah! Sweet home!
bow, down, bow, bow. Freddy will kill you, cut you into pieces, yeah!
Sweet home Elm Street, yeah! Where I grew up and killed kids, yeah! Don't fall asleep!
Oh, yeah, I get it. Don't fall asleep
till Brooklyn. This is tremendous. You know what? Forget the TV shows.
Broadway.
We're doing Broadway plays next. Not Broadway. Okay, so then
you don't have to worry about us actors and strike there.
That's true. That is true. You know what? The last one, Jeff?
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. With Jackal, the band, because they play chainsaw.
Oh, Jackal.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you get Jesse James Dupree out of Sturgis, though?
Oh, yeah, we'll get him.
Is his bar still open?
We'll get him. It's only open one day of the year, or one weekend.
Yeah.
Where is my face? Is this my face?
He's looking for something again. Jason is always looking for things in song.
Who am I? This isn't my face. I don't know who I am. Will you let me know who I am?
Get the gasoline, bring it over here. Put it in the saw and...
Now you're just doing a how-to of how to use a chainsaw.
Exactly. We're putting it to music.
Oh, well, we got to extend the plot because it's a Broadway musical. So Leatherface can work at the local Home Depot.
I'm selling chainsaws.
Excuse me, sir. My chain broke. Can you help me put it back on? What have I become? I'm a Home Depot employee. I used to chop children and tourists up for fun. Now I tell you electricals in aisle 9.
Oh, just remember, Randall, you asked for that.
I really like these ideas. Start writing these down.
You could do a fan panel at next year's expo.
Ooh. Of how to do Broadway
Horrors, the musicals.
I like
Horrors?
Horror.
That's a different subject.
Oh.
That's season 2 of Broadway. Do they have seasons? I mean, to be fair, is this any worse than the 16th revival of Cats? The Butthole Edition? I mean, really, it isn't. Oh, look, we're redoing... What's the Barbara Fleet Street one?
Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, look, we're doing that again. Oh, look, we're doing Hair for the 27th time, and it wins a new Tony Award. What the fuck is that?
That makes sense, because how many people bitch about, remakes and sequels in movies, but they're okay with it in Broadway?
The whole Broadway scene is a remake.
Mm-hmm. Well, the one thing I will agree with is they shouldn't be winning more Tonys for old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, just because it's a new production of it, it's still the same thing. The revival categories just go away. They don't deserve it.
Can't wait till they remake Hamilton in 5 years.
That's how you can put this show on the map. Start a fight with Broadway.
That's right.
We'll start our own Broadway. Or Broadway alternative.
When you're a
What would you call the Hobie alternative Broadway?
Howay? No, that probably probably wouldn't be good.
Vine Street. Oh my God. Because all our theaters will be on Vine Street.
That should be good. Moving on, what else we got?
From Jeannie of Hobie. No one drinks gin.
No.
I drink whiskey and gin as they are my liquor of choice. Currently having a fifth of Hendrick's gin and a fifth of Whistle Pig rye.
Two things. Well, congratulations. I know one person now who drinks gin.
I hate gin. Nasty.
I mean, I don't drink liquor, but honestly, gin drinks are the ones that I would probably prefer over most of the other
Vodka
things.
even? Flavored vodka?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the second thing, damn, she's drinking whiskey and gin? Normally those are things that don't go together.
Yeah,
And
song.
she's drinking a full fifth of each?
Do we think does she need an intervention?
It sounds like it. Jeannie, I'm worried about you.
We're going on the road. Next week on the road at Jeannie's house. We're going to broadcast the intervention.
A fifth of gin and a fifth
Blake
of
won't be
rye.
there.
2/5
Bye, Miss
of
American
alcohol.
Pie.
mixed together.
Oh, she may need it to listen to us.
Oh, that's true.
That's true. What else?
From Professor Number One at Doctor Number One.
Mm-hmm.
Who is on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling tag teams?
British Bulldogs.
This might get in the way of our top 5 list.
Well, we can
Who
do
did the outline? Chat GPT screws it up again.
I will say the one requirement I have to be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling tag teams, they have to have a tag team name.
Okay.
It can't just be, this person and this person got together and they were a tag team.
Okay.
They didn't have a name. They can't be on the Mount
Okay,
Rushmore.
I got 3 more. I'll go with Bulldogs.
I won't disagree with Bulldogs.
Harlem Heat,
Yeah, that's probably good.
They're not bad.
the Blade Runners,
I don't even know who they are.
Sting and all.
Sting and Warrior.
Oh, no.
Did they win any?
God, I hate both
I have
of
no
them.
idea, but look at the
The talent.
per
Yeah.
se. And the Thrill Seekers.
Oh, is that Danny Spivey?
Nope. Chris Jericho, Lance Storm.
Oh,
From
that's right.
Smoky Mountain Wrestling, I think.
Yeah. I think they reteamed in ECW too.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about them.
Yep. Probably not. But
Yeah, none of them would actually be on my, my
Bulldogs,
list.
Steiners,
Oh, I forgot about the Steiners.
Demolition.
no.
I would
You don't
put
think?
the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
That's not bad.
Wasn't that the backup bands for all the...
The plays?
Did they have a documentary about the Minnesota Wrecking Crew?
I think that's a different.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
that was insane.
Was it the Elvis backup group and Carl Perkins? That was their backing band or something?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. That wasn't.
Before
okay.
my time.
Okay.
Okay, so you got Minnesota Wrecking Crew,
The Hart Foundation.
Heart Foundation.
Okay.
And I'm throwing the New Age Outlaws on there.
I've thought of that one. I couldn't remember what their tag name was.
You know what? That's not bad. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a tough one. I think Harlem Heat should be up there.
Yeah. I think Bulldogs have to be.
Bulldogs.
Innovative.
Yes. And they just had good matches. Heart Foundation, you don't have a bad... I can't fight against them. Killer Bees? Bolsheviks?
The Conquistadors.
The Bolsheviks I liked. The Can-Am Connection.
No! Strike Force.
Freebirds.
Oh, fucking Freebird.
Rock and Roll Express.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah. They're still wrestling. One of them is. Morton is.
One of them's extremely endowed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for them. Okay.
Well, that just... Maybe Captain Phasma would like to know.
Jeff, can you give me some News of the Geek music on that? Captain Phasma doesn't want to know.
That's what you get from listening to Bruce Pritchard podcast. You find out stuff like that.
No other podcasts are allowed on here.
Wait, what about the Skyscrapers? There we go.
That's Danny Spivey and
Mark Calloway.
Yeah, mean Mark Calloway, and then Sid Vicious, I think, eventually took over.
I believe so.
Yeah. How about the Sheep Herders before they became Bushwhackers?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to mention those yet.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. You ready for this?
Sure.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
I'm not going to do the first one. We're going to do
And we're just skipping right over stories left
put it
and
on
right.
next week. Per Collider,
Probably not. Collider.
Eli Roth released Hostel in 2005 and led the charge for a new wave of horror movies that featured extensive scenes of torture, antagonists filled with bloodlust, and sometimes more gore than dialogue. Shocking. Hostel especially took audiences by surprise when it boasted the line, inspired by true events, at the end of its trailer. But could there be a real-world situation where these things happen, Jeff? Hostel is about two best friends, Josh, Derek Richardson, and Paxton, Jay Hernandez. What happened to Jay?
I didn't realize Jay Hernandez was in that.
He didn't either. Who decide
Did
to
you
spend...
say, isn't he in Magnum?
Oh, yeah, he is.
Wasn't he on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
Is he?
I think that was a different Jay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Is that John Jay? Who decide to spend their summer after graduating backpacking across Europe. They find themselves inside a Slovakian hostel with no idea what happens next when they wake up, trapped in a basement with a surgeon who wants to torture and kill them. Eli Roth sat down with Dread Central to speak about Hostel, and in an interview, they directly asked Roth how Hostel came about. Roth told Dredd that he was talking to Harry Knowles of Ain't It Cool News, it's not, about how many gross and abhorrent things they had seen on the internet. The two were talking about how there was a man in Texas who was arrested for setting up a gun so that people could control it virtually online and hunt wild game in real time. Interesting. Roth responded to that comment about how they may as well just put a human being in a room to be shot. That singular comment prompted Knowles to tell Roth about what he had found. He sent Roth a link to a website where he paid $10,000 to travel to Thailand, walk into a room, and shoot someone in the head.
What the fuck?
The site had made claims that the person being shot signed up for it, and part of the profits, of course they did, would be going to their families. The individuals who signed up for the site knew they would die anyway due to poor situations, so this was their way of allowing the rest of their family the ability to live.
Oh, wow.
Roth later stated in an interview that the site was real, but to get any farther and get more information, he would have to input his credit card information. He knew that putting his card information on a killing site was probably not a good idea. Bad idea of the week.
Yeah, that's in the single digits, I think.
That's at least 8. Eli Roth also mentioned that he wanted to make a documentary about the website at one point. That's what prompted him to look deeper into the site until he got to the dead end. That was enter card information. He made Hostel for less than $5 million, and the weekend that Hostel opened, it reaped $20 million and has a current worldwide box office total of over $82 million.
It's pretty good.
Spawned 2 sequels. What the fuck's wrong with the internet?
We don't have time to go.
The people that get on it is what's wrong with it.
Oh. I'm sure there's a lot of good people in this world.
I think if you're off the internet, yes.
Yes. I agree.
Twitter's really bad for that.
X,
whatever.
Not Meta, though. Meta's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Per Collider, whatever, .com, where Jeff gets all of his news from.
I get none of my news from it.
The Western movie genre, one of my favorites, is on the rebound and seemed to culminate with the release of the undeniably popular Yellowstone.
Can I interrupt here?
Yeah.
As I was shopping Walmart, as I'm wont to do, they have Yellowstone baked beans, beef and baked beans. Apparently, there's an announcement over the intercom. I guess there is a whole collection of Yellowstone grocery products. Yes. Why? One of the characters I didn't hear who I couldn't.
I thought you were going to say there was action figures.
No. Apparently there's
baked beans. Yeah. Did they have cornbread?
I did not see them. Oh. Baked beans were it's beef and baked beans.
Oh, okay. Not bacon and beans?
I don't believe so.
Lots of bullets.
So yes, I just interrupted. I just had,
They also have circus peanuts too. Yellowstone circus peanuts.
Nice.
How can we get this to be sold? How can people buy this? Put Yellowstone on. Let's see here. Many factors have led to the almighty triumph of Yellowstone, not at least its talented and experienced cast, including a Western legend in the form of Kevin Costner. However, after starring the Taylor Sheridan created series for 5 years, Costner took his toys and went home. He announced his exit, leading to the eventual announcement that show's upcoming season 5 is the finale. Still waiting. Still waiting. Costner followed up with an announcement with a new Western saga that he commissioned way back in 1988. Horizon has been Costner's passion project that, despite his best efforts, never managed to make it off the ground. Now comes confirmation that 3 sequels will also be on for Horizon and American Saga. It's like Avatar, Doug, for Westerns.
Yes.
Yay.
Part 1 hits theaters June 28th, followed by Part 2 on August 16th, 2024. It will be released exclusively in theaters. Once the film's theatrical window ends, it will eventually be made to stream on Warner Brothers streaming service Max. Warner Brothers Discovery did release a small teaser on October 5th. Clip shows off the incredibly stacked cast, including Gina Malone from Contact, Sienna Miller, Sam Worthington from Avatar,
Yes.
Abby Lee from Mad Max Fury Road, Giovanni Ribisi from Friends,
From Friends. Of all the things he's done, that's what he's
Will
going to be
Patton
going down
from
this.
Armageddon, Luke Wilson from
Seriously, that's where you're taking Will Patton from. Of all the things he's done.
Luke Wilson's. They put Vacancy.
Wow.
Thomas Hagen Church from Sideways, Jamie Campbell Bower from Stranger Things, Tonka Means from Killers of the Flower Moon, and Michael Rooker from Everything Else.
from things that he's in.
The saga tells the story over a 15-year period that will include both pre- and post-Civil War American West. Horizon aims to take a deeper look at the period of history with the friction between those who attempted to find solace in expanded settlement, a key part of the movies. After his passion project, Kevin Costner is not only the star and creator of the film, but also director, producer, and writer, along with John Baird, who did National Parks. Costner also mortgaged his house and put up $20 million of his own money for the saga.
Wow.
This better not fail.
When did he do this?
I don't know.
How much is his house worth?
A lot.
20 million?
I mean,
It's got to be worth a
What do you
lot.
think he'd have the cash? Okay, I have a question about this. I just Googled this.
Yeah.
So he first commissioned Horizon as a single film in 1988.
Okay.
What does that mean? He commissioned it. He had
got the
somebody
rights.
write it.
Yeah, he got the rights to
He
it.
said, "Hey, I have this idea. I'll make this movie."
Yeah.
No, got the right. Does that mean, yeah,
commissioned.
commission means he was paying someone to create it.
Okay.
That was what I would think.
Okay.
Not like he bought the book.
Yeah, that's true because it's his creation.
And he later approached Disney after Open Range came out in 2003.
God, that was
So he
terrible.
waited 15 years,
Yeah.
and then it was announced in January of 22 that he's set to produce and direct it. So he waited another, 19 years.
Yes.
So he really hasn't been pushing it that much.
I think he was waiting for when the time to strike, and Yellowstone did it.
22 years later.
And when it looked like,
88.
Well, 88.
88.
well, I mean, in '88, nobody wanted to watch westerns. I mean,
Yeah.
he did the
Silverado.
No,
Wider.
that Silverado was at best a cult classic.
Yes, but I mean, yeah, he's...
But I mean, like Dances with Wolves got
Yeah.
some traction, but like it didn't really spawn a whole lot. And then, like every once in a while, a movie would pop up, but it wasn't like everybody was rushing to
Right.
make westerns after it. I mean, in the early 2000s, like I said, with Open Range and things like 310 to Yuma, it looked like there might be a big revival of
Lone Ranger.
westerns.
Magnificent Seven.
Lone Ranger probably killed it.
They built a train, Jeff. They built a
He
train.
went to Disney and they said, no, we got this other Western. Your Western can come out after the Lone Ranger.
Because all the kids are going to be cowboys after this.
The last half hour to 45 minutes is actually really good.
I still have to watch it. I still have to watch it.
It's interesting. It was rewritten, okay? It was taken off from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, time out.
So instead of zombies, like in Pirates, it was going to be werewolves.
Oh, God.
And they kind of touch on it a little bit, but not really.
Release the uncut version of Lone Ranger.
There we go.
We want the werewolves back.
Yes.
Release the Snyder cut.
Or we
Who
really
directed
don't.
Lone Ranger?
Gore
Or
Verbinski.
Give me the Gabinski
Yeah.
cut. Maybe he went to Disney and he's like, "Hey, I just made Open Range. Get out, get out, get out." I love westerns.
Okay, and
I
because
have
you're a
the-
Disney fan,
Yes,
in the frontier part of
Yes.
it, they were going to have, up where the Country Bears is, they were going to have a live action Lone Ranger show take part up there.
how come they didn't?
Because the
it
movie
came
bombed.
out. Yes.
Where's John Carter at in this Disney
Is it
World?
Tomorrowland? He's a banker.
It's right next to the Mars Needs Moms attraction.
Hey, you know what? John Carter of Mars sounds really good. Yeah, can we shorten it and get out the most interesting part? Yeah, just put John Carter.
Because Mars Needs Moms failed.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I love Westerns, and I'll watch this. I don't really fucking care, though, about 4 episodes or 4 films of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fine. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's interesting that they're doing 2 films, like, within 2 months of each other. I think they did that with Kill Bill, didn't they?
Well, Kill Bill was originally
one film.
Conceived as one film, but while filming it, they're like, yeah, this is going to take a lot more.
Yeah.
They just had to, once they decided, okay, we'll do 2 films with this, they had to go through and redo all the contracts, so everyone's getting paid for 2 films instead of 1.
Does this make its money back?
$20 million?
No, that's only
Kevin. Well, does Kevin Costner make his money back? That's the question.
I mean, opening weekend, $25 million.
Is he starring in it?
Yeah,
he's starring and directing.
Okay, is he going to be his character from Yellowstone?
Yes, because I think that's the way his
I was
character
gonna say,
now.
he has to, right?
Yeah,
because if he's not, it'll die.
The film, I got the leaked script. He runs a big ranch in Wyoming, and his kids are trying to take it over in Civil War times, and he kills people. There you go. That's your plot. And the Native Americans want their land back. That's it. The end. Yeah, I like I said, I don't think it makes its money back. I think it's going to fail. And that's a shame, because I like Westerns. So
you got to figure the first 2 definitely come out.
Yeah.
But the next 2?
Unless he filmed them already.
Did they already film these, or is
the first 2 they filmed?
They've already been filmed.
Yes,
so they'll come out.
Yes,
unless the studio decides to just shelve them.
They decide Batgirl it.
Yeah.
So Brandon Fraser's in as Firefly. We gotta shelve it.
Okay, if it's coming out June 28th.
Yeah.
Would now be the first time we're ever hearing about it?
I guess.
If it's already been filmed, though, I mean,
wouldn't you have heard something when they were filming it?
You would think so. You think we would have heard something about it when the whole Kevin Costner was quitting Yellowstone shit.
Right.
Because his movie is coming out next year.
Yeah. I think Costner might have an ego. What do you think?
What, really?
Yeah. Jeff, give us some box office news here. Do we have anything there?
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Thank you, Marty. Bombs per 411mania.com, where Jason gets a third of his news from.
It's true.
The Creator has had a rough start last weekend, and its hopes didn't improve at all in the second frame. The sci-fi film grossed $6.1 million, down 57%. That would be okay if it hadn't started as low as it did. And to be clear, we mean low in comparison to its $80 million production budget. The Garrett Edworth directed film is now at $24.9 million domestically and $61.8 million worldwide. At this point, it is unlikely to be able to stretch and make back its budget.
I kind of want to see it. I don't know what it's about, but it's sci-fi.
Yeah. That's all I can say. It's about sci-fi and some sort of robotic, probably AI-ish thing. But I mean, I got no idea of the plot based off of the ads I've seen.
No.
I thought it was the military guy supposed to kill the kid who's a robot.
That could be. I didn't even get that from it.
That's what I think I got from one of them, yes.
Oh.
And he won't do it because it's a kid, but it's a robot. Shoot the thing. Who cares? I mean, that's why it lost me there. If you're in the military, you got a job to do.
So you would kill Vicky, the small wonder?
In a heartbeat.
Oh.
Put her head on a pike.
Oh, you're terrible. You know what we didn't do yet before we continue on with movies here? We did not reach into Pam's bag of bribes and try one of these things.
Killing robot children is what made you think of eating food.
No, I just looked over and saw the bag sitting there. I'm like, we didn't dig into that yet.
Keep going on the box office.
But no, I'm not done talking about this. I was talking to Blake over the weekend, and he asked me, after having these unfortunate cookies we did last week, he asked if I had any stomach discomfort after eating them.
Did you?
I did not.
I did not.
Okay, apparently he woke up the next morning and didn't feel well, and he was trying to blame the unfortunate cookie. And I'm like, well, you did have a second one. Maybe that's what did it. But
I mean, I was... I don't even know. No, I did not. I don't think I did.
okay, no, that's fine. I just said I'd have to ask you guys when we came in.
I don't
and
think so.
Brian's not here.
Try some of this fortune cookies.
No.
How are you doing tomorrow?
You didn't have an unfortunate cookie.
No, I'm gonna hold off on that.
That's a good call.
It's gonna be a long day tomorrow.
There's only 2 left.
Next time I'm here, I'll have one.
Okay.
Well, it might not be
grab
here.
something in there.
Yeah, reach in blindly and pull something out. We are going to try what today?
It's a friend's bag.
Oreo. Chocolate peanut butter pie.
Well, gotta be present to win. Open that bad boy.
Wow, good pick, dog.
Yeah. What are the other options? Ooh.
I don't know. She said it was a lot of Jungle Jim's stuff, so it's foreign cuisine.
What is that?
Korean sweet cake.
Oh.
I was going to say, I don't know if you want pastry sitting in there, but they expire May 30th, 2025.
They're fine.
They are filled with preservatives.
They're fine. My God, these things are amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was in the bag, Pam. This is really going to up your chance of winning some awards come floppy time.
That looks disgusting.
Wow. Of all the things I could have picked, I picked well.
What was that? Handmade mochi? That was disgusting.
Your cake with the cream
that does
and
not
wrapped in.
I will let you know, breaking news, I'm nominating my Canadian of the Year right now.
Right now?
Yes. Fish. Fish is my Canadian of the Year.
Yes, you did.
I don't want to mess anyone else up in your family, Doug.
I was waiting to see where you're going with that.
Fish. Fish is my Canadian of the Year.
Yeah.
I thought the Oreos was going to get Pam your
Got me
nomination.
into Disney. Fuck that. Pam would have to buy me a lot of Oreos for that. Jeff, while you're eating, I'll do the rest of these. The Exorcist, Believer. Jeff's segment was interrupted by Oreos.
It's 9:29.
Do you know where your children are? Dead if they're next to Doug. They're robot children.
Oh, they're robot children.
Just robot children. The Exorcist: Believer made $27 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $30 million, which wouldn't be bad because this is going to be a trilogy. Unfortunately, Blumhouse spent $400 million on the rights to make the Exorcist sequel.
So shouldn't that be included in the budget?
$430 million budget.
I mean, if they're doing it for, I don't know, does the budget not count to buy the rights to the?
Well, here's the best part. People online are like, well, the $400 million may have been like what it cost to make all the films and the rights. They're still not. Okay, so $300 million and $310 million is what they paid for the rights in. $400 million.
Okay, but Disney spent $4 billion on the Marvel.
I think they're going to make their money back on that.
Yes.
I don't think there's a big Exorcist shared universe. I mean, I could be wrong. And it's getting horrible reviews.
Is it better or worse than the Universal shared universe? The Universal
Dark
Monster?
Universe?
Yeah.
Still not done.
What about
Should be.
the Exorcist musical universe?
Oh, well, we did do that last week.
I think they have the rights to it.
Damn it. Paw Patrol: The Mighty Movie made $11.8 million, total of $39 million on a budget of $30 million. Saw X made $8.2 million, total of $32.6 million on a budget of $13 million.
Is that pronounced socks?
It is Socks.
Socks.
The cat.
Socks.
Socks the cat.
Socks.
Socks. The Creator made $6.1 million, total of $25 million on a budget of $80 million. And The Blind, the Duck Dynasty guys movie, made $3.1 million, total of $10.5 million on an unknown budget.
I don't even want to know the budget, to be honest.
$8. They paid him $200 million for his rights to trilogy. Upcoming October 13th, 2023, is Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour, projected for $125 million opening weekend.
Great story behind that.
Okay.
when Taylor Swift, they were shopping the idea for the concert movie, and the studios were all interested because Taylor Swift's going to get them money. The distributors were all excited, but they all wanted to release it like next year.
Why?
Because they already have their stuff lined up, and Taylor Swift is like, "No, we're ready to go now. We want to release it in October." So she created her own distribution company, pissed off the studios and the distributors, because I think Disney had something slated to go this weekend, or one of them, Universal maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mars Needs Mom too.
Had something slated to go, and they didn't want it to go out against Taylor Swift. So apparently they pulled it, because if Taylor Swift is the only big title coming out, but they were all upset.
Is it only at AMC theaters? I thought there was something about that. Maybe not.
That I don't know.
Maybe not. No, I guess not, because it's at the...
I think AMC is who they partnered with to distribute.
That's it. Maybe that's
and that's another problem. Yeah, because I guess in the past there were laws against distributors and the actual movie houses, exhibitors. You couldn't own them both. Mm-hmm. Well, they changed those rules several years back, and I guess the distributors didn't really get into the exhibition, and now the exhibitor is jumping into the distribution, which is like pissing them off.
Well, that's part of the reason that Amazon wanted to buy a movie chain to put their own films in there.
Yeah.
Put their Amazon films in there. So, Doug, you going to do it this weekend?
No. What's coming out in October 2023? October 6th, Kraven the Hunter.
Oh!
Did we miss that?
I think that's what got pushed back.
I think that got pushed back till next year.
I think everything got pushed back. Kraven the Hunter, they put a trailer out. It looked fine, I guess.
Did it?
Does it need to be made? No.
There's a lot of these movies they make need to be made.
I mean, I love comic books, but yay, I guess. I bet she's misunderstood. Doug, is your daughter a Taylor Swift fan?
Not really, no.
Bruh?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I like how you hesitant about
I don't really
it.
listen to music.
Okay. I'm like, if she was, I think you would know. You're like, I'm like, no, you'd know.
I think if she, right. She doesn't dislike her, but she doesn't really listen to music.
My daughter and my wife are going to see it. Not this weekend, though, because it's 125 million people are going to be there probably. Top 5. Do we have top 5 music, Jeff?
No, we don't.
What do we want?
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom?
Nope.
There it is.
Well-oiled machine.
Top 5 this week.
I'm just letting Jason hit buttons.
It's fun. Again, a couple weeks ago when you weren't here, that was really difficult to get it in time and right. I feel kind of bad making fun of you sometimes.
No, you don't.
Top 5 this week. Jeff, let it go with the music. Please. Top 5.
Just interrupt. Have we heard a Hi, I'm Brad yet?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
You have to go all the way back to the beginning.
I know where it's at.
Okay, sorry.
I'm going to wait till you least expect a Hi, I'm Brad.
He doesn't say hi. Top 5 this week, since no one else is here, so fuck them. We're doing it our way. Top 5 favorite old school wrestlers.
You mean we're doing it our way? You mean your way?
Yeah, fucking A. I've been waiting for a wrestling top 5 for ages. So, top 5, Doug. You were a fan of the wrestling.
Yes.
You can go first.
My old school's a little bit older than other people's old schools.
I think we're all going to be pretty close.
I will let you know, my definition of old school wrestling is definitely before the Attitude Era.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I mean, anybody, I've seen some listener things, and I'm like, they're not old school. They're middle school, maybe.
We got Doug.
I Hobie'd the first one.
Okay.
These were old school when I was younger.
So they're real old school.
Yes, they're really old school. That's what I'm saying. My old school might not be your old school. So they weren't. One was a jobber for the most part. The other one was maybe a high-end jobber. But prior to that, their careers, they had great careers. One was tag champ. One was WWF champion. Tony Gurria and Pedro Morales.
Oh, Pedro, IC champion. First Triple Crown winner.
Correct.
Pedro Morales. He does not get enough love.
But he was just, by the time I started watching, I mean, he was just,
You know, Tony Gurria is, I don't think he's dead. I think he's still working for WWE.
Still, yeah. Unless he was just fired recently with the last.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's old school.
Is that the topic?
I saw Tony Gurria at WrestleMania, the one I went to. I was in the little,
gorilla position.
No,
okay.
Because they have that little thing beforehand that you can see all the all the people and that. His robes were out there that he wore, and he came walking out. I guess somebody told him that, hey, your robes are out here, and he came out and he was right next to me. I was like, hey, that's Tony Gurria. Jeff, you can go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll just go with my number 5. I put Cowboy Bob Orton.
Good one.
He had the cast.
He had the cast for like 6 years.
It takes a while for those things to heal.
It does. My number 5, I will go with. I'll go with Roddy Piper. My number 5.
Mm-hmm. Piper was good.
Piper's Pit was great.
Mm-hmm.
He smashed a coconut over Jimmy Snuka. Mm-hmm. He destroyed the flower shop with Adrian Adonis. Mm-hmm. Adrian Adonis. Roddy Piper. Actually, we can just stop that because we're going to have all these guys.
Jimmy Snuka?
Jimmy Snuka's girlfriend?
Allegedly! Well, no, she's dead.
She is dead. There's no allegedly.
Was she allegedly his girlfriend?
No.
No.
It was how she died.
Allegedly.
That's the allegedly part.
Yeah. Anyway, so Roddy Piper, one of the best. And then he made They Live, which is another great film.
No, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I think that was the best Roddy Piper was outside of wrestling.
I'm going to Hobie this one because they're part of the Heenan family. Rick Rude, ravishing Rick Rude, and Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Some of my favorite guys. Kurt Hennig should have won the 1990 Royal Rumble, but Hulk Hogan stepped in and said, I'm winning it, asshole.
I still have a major problem with Kurt Hennig's finishing move.
The Perfect Plex?
He's the one that's pinned in it.
His elbow's up. His shoulder's up.
No, the other guy's shoulder is up. Both his shoulders are on the mat when he does it. The other guy's elbow or shoulder is up.
How dare you? He's perfect.
I would have went with Rude, but I thought he was a little not old school enough.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same way with that.
Rick Rude is when he wore Jake the Snake Roberts' wife's face on the tights. Jake Roberts, in a recent podcast interview, said he did not care for that. He's like, I really did not. He's like, you wouldn't like it if your wife was on somebody else's pants. It's like, well, you know.
It's fucking entertainment. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So you picked 2 guys that were in the NWO, correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
They were in the NWO. Number 4.
That's old school.
Yes.
Number 4 for me is George the Animal Steel.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Another one who I think is past was better than what you saw as the Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah,
thing.
I want the old time.
Yes.
I mean, it was fun, but but he as a kid growing up when they would come on Saturday mornings or whatever after the cartoons, I loved when George the Animal Steel wrestled.
He had a PhD in real life.
And was a professor.
Yep. He was booked as a monster in the Independent, like in the territories.
Okay, yeah. He was a movie. It was a movie, too.
It was a movie.
Johnny Depp?
Ed Wood,
that's right.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Number 4 for you, Doug?
Okay, this is going to be an embarrassing story about myself here.
Uh-oh.
Back in the day, we used to go to my dad's parents' house. Okay, now I'm old enough where kids, let me tell you a story. Back in the old days, TVs didn't have color pictures.
That's true.
They were in black and white. So I was probably guessing 7 years old, maybe 8, somewhere around there. And my grandpa would lay on the couch, smoke his Lucky Strikes, and he'd have wrestling on in black and white. So I saw Sweet Ebony Diamond.
Oh.
I didn't realize he was a black guy.
Oh, because it's black and white. Sweet Ebony Diamond was good. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Doug, he is black.
Yes, I know. You would think the ebony, but as a, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was your number 4?
That was my number 4.
Okay.
I have to say he's so old school. I didn't know him. I don't know who he is.
Wasn't that was Rocky Johnson, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, that was Rocky Johnson?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Then later when we got to color TV, he had like a powder blue mask. So you know, and then you could tell he was a black guy.
Number 3?
I'll go with I'll hobie this one too with 2 tag teams that were vicious and put the
and delicious.
No,
I thought he was going to say it.
fear of
Scott
God in you, fear of God in you because how violent they were. The Sheep Herders,
Yes.
and the Samoans, Afa and Sika.
So the Sheep Herders were in USWA, I believe, wasn't it? I think it was.
Was it or is it AWA?
Might have been AWA. I'll find out for you. But go ahead and talk about
But
them.
yes, they came to the WWF at the time and were the Bushwhackers and were more of a comedy act, but they used to be violent and bloody, and then they ended up coming to the WWF and licking kids' faces, which probably wouldn't go over well today.
Oh, no, not at all.
They were the Kiwi Sheep Herders. They were the Sheep Herders, and they were the Kiwis. They were in NWA New Zealand originally.
Do you think, who's your New Zealand lister?
Nikki.
Could they be relatives of hers?
They could be. They could be.
Everybody from New Zealand is related.
It's a small island.
2 islands.
Okay, it's 2 small islands. You never know. It's a possibility.
I'm still trying to find out where they went to. They were ECW hardcore death matches before anything.
Yes.
They were in the UWF too. Oh wow. And Jim Crockett. They were with Jim Crockett a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But they would get bloody, and I remember reading, was it PW Insider, or what is that one? Pro Wrestling Insider?
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I remember seeing pictures of them just bloody on their face and going, who the hell are these guys?
Yeah.
I think they were with Colonel De Beers for a while.
Yeah, probably.
Remember that guy?
Back when it was South African was the bad guys.
Yes. Number 3, Jeff?
Number 3 for me is the Junkyard Dog.
That would have been number... That's on my honorable mention, That's my honorable mention.
JYD. Should have won the title, Intercontinental title for a while.
He was one of the best.
Did you see his Dark Side of the Ring episode?
I did not.
Don't believe so.
It was pretty weak. Yeah, he did drugs.
Yeah. Did he have that big of a dark side? I mean,
it was like he did drugs. Okay.
I mean,
it was the 80s. Everyone in wrestling did drugs.
I saw the Chris Benoit one.
That's true.
So there was a dark side there.
I saw the plane trip from hell.
The problem is, and there again, if you listen to the Bruce Pritchard podcast, now his is a different thing too. You know, his view, and the truth somewhere in between. But there's a lot of stuff where they don't get right in those shows. I can think in like the plane ride from hell. I think he said Jim Ross was on there. That's what they said on the show, and he's like, he wasn't even on that flight, or Vince wasn't on the flight.
Yeah.
They were saying these people, and he's like, okay, those guys weren't even on that flight. Maybe Joe Ross was, but the McMahons weren't. It's like, you can't get that wrong.
Yeah, because McMahon has private plane.
Right. I mean, so if you're getting that wrong, how can I trust you to get other things right? So you take it with a grain of salt.
So it's like Van Halen and their green M&Ms.
Exactly.
That was your number 3?
That was my number 3.
My number 3 is British Bulldogs. Davey Boy Smith. Dynamite.
That would have been my honorable mention too. Yeah, I'm running out of space here.
And twos off?
I'm just running out of space here. Yeah.
You know what the lesson is learned with the British Bulldogs? Don't do flying headbutt onto the cement.
Oh, good lesson.
Or drugs.
Or drugs. Lots of drugs. Yes. Lots of drugs.
So it's bad idea. No cement headbutts.
Yeah. No cement headbutts. My number 2 is the flying forearm. Tito Santana.
I thought about that.
Had him as an honorable mention.
Love Tito Santana. His match in the finals of the Intercontinental title tournament against Mr. Perfect, top notch. Loved it. And then he became El Matador, which was a shitty gimmick, and he still sold it well.
No, Tito was good, but I liked Tito when he became the Spanish announcer.
Yes. And Jesse Ventura always gave him a hard time, and so did Bobby the Brain Heenan. It was hilarious.
Oh, that's a good one. Never mind. Okay. Okay.
Number 2 for you, Jeff?
Number 2 for me is Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh, God.
Really?
Who? He was who for a while?
I never got into him.
I loved the Hart Foundation, and I loved the Anvil.
Really?
Okay. He had a big feud against the Warlord.
It was like when Bret Hart was becoming a singles wrestler, and I'm like, no, don't leave the Anvil behind. No.
He did end up teaming up with Owen Hart for the new foundation.
Yeah, he did, and it
wasn't as good.
And it's like, come on, let the Anvil be a solo. Let him go solo.
It was good, though, when later in the 90s he came back as a villain and joined with Owen Hart to beat up Bret the Hitman Hart. And then they all joined forces for the Hart Foundation. And then they killed Owen.
Show must go on, though.
Oh, yeah. That guy just fell from the rafters. Keep going. Hey, Jeff Jarrett, I knew you were best friends with him. Go out there.
You're okay with that, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you drop over dead on a podcast, these guys should keep going with it.
Yes.
Would they announce it, or do they just say...
We'll talk
Jason's
over it.
a little quiet tonight.
Jason had to leave. The paramedics just took him away.
He'll be fine.
We think he was DOA, but we'll let them take care of that. We have to finish recording.
Yes, just keep going. It's fine. Doug, number 2?
Guys that might have been known as tag team guys, but I'm going to Hobie this one.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
Mike Rotundo and Ken Patera.
Oh, God. Ken Patera.
I think Rotundo had a better career before the U.S. What was it? U.S. whatever.
U.S. Express.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And Ken Patera had a good career going until he threw a bench through a McDonald's glass.
And then beat up a cop.
Several cops, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Remember when he came back?
Yes.
It was really bad. It was really, really
He
bad.
came back as a good guy.
Yeah.
Best about Ken Patera is he went on to be in the original World's Strongest Man competitions.
Oh, good for him.
Until they realized
he beat up cops.
American wrestlers aren't really as strong as the guys over in Scandinavia.
I just remember his promos coming before he came back. They showed him in a jail cell.
Yes.
And I'm like, probably not the best thing to do.
Worked for Nails.
Yeah, until he beat up Vince McMahon.
And then he went to jail, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably not the best thing. Number 1, Doug?
I'll go with Jesse Ventura. I had him on my list for a long time.
Not Larry Zbyszko? Take a bow, Larry. You deserve it.
No.
I was expecting Bob Backlund to be on your list.
No.
Jesse Bobby Ventura, one of the best announcers of all time. Just what he said was hilarious.
Yes.
When he... I can't say it on air because it's probably not right. But when he was talking about Sapphire and Dusty Rhodes at the WrestleMania was hilarious. It was hilarious. Because Dusty Rhodes was not in the best of shape.
No.
Number 1 for you?
Number 1 for me is the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Oh, I can go
Double
with that.
A.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Always my favorite.
Not Ole?
No, I actually didn't like Ole.
No, I did.
He was supposed to be a jackass.
Yeah. My number 1, not the Anvil, Bret the Hitman Hart, who... He's not the nicest guy.
He just takes it
bitter.
way too seriously.
He's very bitter.
Way too seriously.
I love Bret the Hitman Hart
it's
matches, though.
It's his entire life. He grew up in wrestling.
So did Owen Hart, and he was looking to get out.
Well,
I mean, he didn't. He knew it was a job.
Yeah,
and that's what
Bret Hart, great matches, loved him, but he takes it a little too seriously.
It's choreographed. We know that. You're not really wrestling these people.
You're not winning title.
No.
You may get a title, which is the top of the line, but it's still not.
It's just a prefab story.
It's a prop. He doesn't like Goldberg, though.
No, I can understand that.
Yeah.
What, not liking Goldberg?
Yeah, because he ended his career.
Nobody likes Goldberg.
No.
Except the people on the Goldbergs, because they hired him to be...
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. The last couple seasons, he was the gym coach.
We did have some listener feedback on this one. Brian, the intern. Well, not the intern anymore.
The former intern.
Yes. He had Ric Flair.
Woo! Isn't he still wrestling? How can you be old school if you're still
No, he retired.
Oh, okay.
The Road Warriors, Ultimate Warrior, Dusty Rhodes, and Sting.
Wow. I'm going to say, I cheered against almost every one of the people on his list. I never liked Dusty Rhodes. Always cheered against Sting, especially Crow era Sting. Hated that gimmick. And Ultimate Warrior was, he like burst onto the scene, and like after the second week, I'm already tired of him.
But he beat Honky Tonk Man. Did you see?
Maybe that's why Honky Tonk Man was so cool.
I forgot Honky Tonk Man. That would have been a good one.
Gunther broke the record for the IC title. But no, here's the best part. So Honky Tonk Man, right before Gunther broke it, they're like, they screwed up. They have it off by a day. And so it's like, okay, he beat it by a week. He still has the title.
Did he lose it? Or?
No, he still has
it.
it. And it's like, he's going to beat it by like 6 months. Like Honky, it doesn't matter if it's a day or not. They're like, they got it wrong. He didn't beat it this day. Okay, he beat it the next day. He's still not wrestling. Let's see here. Doctor Number One has Mantar.
Oh, yeah.
Mantar was amazing. Lasertron, who came from the future. Kerwin White. Oh,
I don't even know.
Chavo Guerrero. He was
it's on PC to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a golf caddy. Shockmaster. You know, Becky Lynch had a good thing about this. She came out dancing a jig on NXT, and she's like, that's a worst opening for her first match ever. That's worse opening than
recently.
Yeah. She's like, I came out in green and dancing a jig. She's like, Shockmaster just fell. She's like, my opening might be worse because I chose that. Ludwig Borga.
Possible Nazi. Alleged Nazi.
Possibly. He has some tattoos.
As I found a shoot Nazi, not a work Nazi.
Yes. Honorable mention, Glacier. Oh, Glacier's coming. Blood runs cold.
That's not old school.
Mortis was amazing. Chris Kanyon. Wrath. Who's Wrath?
Mortis' tag team partner. Wrath and Mortis, I remember them.
And the Gobbledygooker who came out of the egg at the Survivor Series, who was Hector Guerrero.
Yes.
Stork. He just had one. Blue from Old School. The old guy.
From the movie Old School.
Oh.
The old guy who died.
Yes.
We love you, Blue.
Brian Canadian of the Year. He had always preferred the tag team, so big Hobie incoming.
I agree. I always prefer tag team wrestling over regular.
British Bulldogs. Legion of Doom. The Four Horsemen. Paul Roma version?
I would think so.
Yeah. The Freebirds. And Hobieing it. The Von Erichs. He grew up in WCCW land. He did do that. There's some good ones.
Just to go back here, Wrath was played by Brian Clark, a.k.a. Adam Bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Bomb.
He did not do well. He was from 3 Mile Island, Doug. Did you know that? That's what they said. He came out
Adam
from 3
Bomb
Mile.
was from 3 Mile Island. Oh, God, that's terrible.
I just remember the promos. Like they thought he was going to be the next big thing.
They think everyone's going to be the next big thing. And then sometimes the ones they don't expect come out and do so.
Let's see here. Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies.
Everything I Learned from Movies.
Does The Undertaker count?
Nope. Undertaker does not count.
The Godfather / Papa Shango. Ultimate Warrior. Razor Ramon. And this is another one that I liked at the time. Tatanka. Jason C. Brown, former Canadian of the Year. Junkyard Dog and Bruiser Brody. And
JYD.
Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd. He's a big wrestling fan. Kerry Von Erich, Texas Tornado.
Yes.
Jake
Did it
Roberts.
on 1 foot.
I was waiting for him to just have 5 Von Erichs listed.
Jake Roberts. Nick Bockwinkel. Oh, that's very old school. Thought he was bland.
My thing was Bockwinkel and Gagne or Gagne.
Yeah.
They own the thing, so it's they book themselves.
And their kids.
Yeah.
Tully Blanchard. Reverend.
Old school.
Yep. And Ric Flair. And finally, Chris Richardson from 365.
Formerly.
Yes.
When's their next podcast coming out?
Right before Cinema Guys?
They on summer hiatus?
Yes. Chris Richardson You can find them at nerdly.co.uk. Actually, you can't. You can find us, though. Hey, Governor. Chris Richardson had the Macho Man. Nobody had the Macho Man.
He's not old enough.
Ultimate Warrior. Hulk Hogan. Get the fuck out.
Oh, Chris. You just lost all sense of credibility putting Hogan on your list.
You know, I body slammed Andre the Giant at 700 pounds at WrestleMania 3. He ended up dying 2 weeks later. He lived for another 5 years.
Yeah. His son was going to be in WrestleMania 39.
Yeah, my son Nick Hogan was going to wrestle Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 39. Actually, they talked to WWE, and WWE said no, that he wasn't.
Say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Yes, he ate too many vitamins. Jake the Snake Roberts, and this is a good one, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
Before his, interesting off, season things.
You know what I found out?
What's that?
He wasn't really a millionaire.
Really?
Really? He was just
he is
playing
now,
one.
but that
he
could
was
be
playing one on TV.
Wow.
Wow. So there you go. That's I always like these wrestling ones. So that was good. Bad idea number 121, doing a headbutt, flying headbutt off the top the ropes onto the cement.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. And number 8 was, what was it?
I forgot what number 8 was. Let's go back to our news story because that's where it was.
Not the Drew Barrymore story. We got rid of that. Oh, yeah. Putting your credit card on a death site.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that. For many reasons. Doug, good to see you here because we love Disney Talk on the show.
Yes.
I love Disney Talk. One of my favorites. I think that's about it. We have titles for the show?
Titles for I've got a couple here.
What you got?
I got 5 here. That's what I got.
Did you just say harump there?
I did. Everything Bacon. The SS Palpy.
I did have that one too.
I'm just a misunderstood pedophile.
Nope.
I had that one.
Nope.
Sweet Home Elm Street.
I like that one.
And Don't Fall Asleep Till Brooklyn.
I had both Once and Doesn't Once. Too Busy Wanking to Her. And Bow What to Bow, Badow Wow to Freddy. Just because I want to see Jason spell that.
I have They Built a Train. SS Palpy. 990 Phasm? 950 Phasm? I don't know what that is.
Probably has something to do with Captain Phasma, but...
Oh, that is. I can't read my own writing. What does that say?
I don't know. I can't read
It's like
that.
950 Phasma.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Maybe 990 Phas?
Oh, that makes much more sense.
Phasm. Phasm.
Did I just stop writing?
950 Phasm.
So 990 Phasm. And in case of emergency, inflate. So I do like the Sweet Home Elm Street. I do like that one. And it's very Halloween-like.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. People might click on it because of Halloween.
Boy, they'll be disappointed.
Yes, they will be.
When are we going to talk about Alaska? Sweet Home Elm Street. Thanks, everybody, for listening. And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. If not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.